Let's see some example on mesh analysis. So in the first question, in the given circuit, find the current in 2 ohm resistance using mesh analysis. So in the given circuit, there are some voltage sources, there are some resistances, and by using mesh analysis, we have to find the current in 2 ohm. So assume the mesh currents in mesh 1 and in mesh 2. So in terms of mesh currents, the branch current here will be I1, here it will be I2, and here it will be I1 minus I2. Now apply KVL in the first mesh. Let's say A, B, C, D, A. So if we start from point node A, it will be minus 4I1 minus 2I1 minus I2 minus 20 plus 40 equal to 0. Now in the KVL, the concept is we have to apply the KVL from a particular node, and you have to find the potential difference across each branch in a particular direction, let's say clockwise direction, and you have to end at the same node from where we have started. Then we have to calculate the voltage drop across each branch. So when there is a resistance, the current is flowing. As per the Ohm's law, the voltage drop will be occurred. And according to the convention, in the direction of the current, there is a loss in potential. So it is taken as negative. That is minus 4I1. Now from B to downward, here the resistance is 2 ohms and the current here is I1 minus I2. So again there will be a drop in potential, so minus 2 I1 minus I2. Now from this point to C through the voltage source 20 volt, here we are going from positive terminal to negative terminal, so it is minus. From C to D and then from D to A. From D to A it is 40 volt and we are going from negative to positive terminal, so it is plus 40. Now if we simplify this equation, we'll get 3I1 minus I2 is equal to 10. Equation number 1. Next, apply KVL in the second mesh. In B, E, F, C, B. Starting from node B, it will be minus 3I2. Then from E to F, it will be minus 10. From F to C, and then from C to B. So first of all, it will be plus 20. And then in the opposite direction of the current, so again it will be taken as gain in potential, means plus 2 into I1 minus I2 is equal to 0. Simplify this equation, so you will get minus 2I1 plus 5I2 is equal to 10. Equation number 2. Now if we solve these two equations, then we will get the value of I1 as 66 by 13 ampere and the value of I2 as 50 by 13 ampere. In the question, we have to find the current through 2 ohm resistance, and here we can see the current here is I1 minus I2. So the final answer will be the current in 2 ohm resistance is equal to I1 minus I2, that is 60 by 13 66 by 13 minus 50 by 13. So finally it is 16 by 13 ampere. So this is the final answer. Now the second example. Here we have to find the current in 5 ohm resistor using mesh analysis. We have to find the current in 5 ohm resistor between B and C. In this question we have 3 meshes. So the mesh currents are I1, I2 and I3. We can see that there is a current source in the first mesh. So 2 ampere current will flow through this, and it will flow from A to B and so on. As per the concept of the mesh analysis, if there is a current source in one branch of a mesh, then the loop current of the mesh will be equal to the value of the current source. That means I1 equal to 2 ampere. That we can write directly. Now apply KVL in the mesh of B, C, F, G, B. B, C, F, G, B. So from B, starting from B, it will be minus 5I2. From C to F, the current here will be I2 minus I3. So minus 2 of I2 minus I3. From F to G it is nothing. From G to B, here the current is I1 minus I2. But here we are going in the opposite of the current direction. So it will be plus 2 of I1 minus I2. And it will be equal to 0. Solve this equation. So we will get 9I2 minus 2I3 is equal to 4. Equation number 1. Here I replace the value of I1 by 2. Next, we will apply the KVL in the second mesh, that is in the third mesh, that is C, D, E, F, C. C, D, E, F and C. So here the current is I3. Starting from C, so we will write minus 4I3 minus 100 plus 2 into I2 minus I3 equal to 0. After simplification, the equation will be I2 minus 3I3 equal to 50. Equation number 2. So after solving equation 1 and equation 2, we will get the value of I2 as minus 3.52 ampere. And the value of I3 is minus 17.84 ampere. You can see that both the values are the negative. That means the direction of the I2 and I3 will be opposite what we have assumed initially. Initially we have assumed the current is flowing in clockwise. Actually in the circuit the current is flowing in anti-clockwise. Similarly in the third mesh, initially we have assumed the current is flowing in clockwise, but actually the current will be flowing in anti-clockwise direction. So we have to find the current in 5 ohm resistance. Therefore the current in 5 ohm resistance will be I2. So our final answer is the current in 5 ohm resistance will be 3.52 ampere and the direction will be from C to B, because as per our assumption the current was from B to C, but as the value is the negative, I2 is minus 3.52 ampere, that means actually the current is flowing in the opposite direction. So the current in 5 ohm resistance will be from C to B and the value will be equal to 3.52 ampere. So this is our final answer. The third example. Here we have to find the current in all the resistors using mesh analysis. In the circuit there are two voltage sources, 10 volt and 8 volt, and in between there is a current source of 2 ampere. So you can see that in this circuit we have two meshes, but there is a current source between the meshes. So this is the example of super mesh concept. So what is the solution? Here we can consider the current in two meshes, that is I1 and I2. So I1 is flowing in clockwise, I2 is also flowing in clockwise. So if we consider this part, so you can see that the current here will be I2 from bottom to up, whereas I1 is from up to bottom. Therefore the net current in this branch can be written as I2 minus I1, and it will be in the upward side. But the value of the current source is 2 ampere, so we can directly write I2 minus I1 equal to 2. This is the concept of the super mesh. Now we will apply the KVL in the entire circuit, starting from, let's say, junction A. So from junction A, if we start, it will be minus 5I1 in the direction of the current. Voltage will be lost, so it will be minus. From this point, from point B to point C, again it is in the direction, so it will be minus 6I2. From C to D, the voltage source, positive to negative terminal, so it will be minus 8. From D to E to F, and then from F to A, the voltage source, negative to positive side, so it will be plus 10 and it will be equal to 0. After simplification, this equation will become 5I1 plus 6I2 equal to 2. Equation 2. So if we solve these two equations, then we will get the value of I1 as minus 0.9 ampere and the value of I2 will be 1.1 ampere. The current I1 is the value is the negative. That means actually the current will here also flowing in anti-clockwise direction. Initially we have assumed as a clockwise, but actually the current will be flowing in anti-clockwise direction. So this is our final answer. Now for the practice example number 4. The question is find the values of I1 and I2 using mesh analysis of the given circuit. So this is the circuit. There are 3 meshes. You can consider it as mesh 1, mesh 2 and mesh 3. So you have to take the mesh currents, individual mesh currents. Then in terms of the mesh current, you have to consider the branch currents. Then apply the KVL, and after solving the equations, find the value of I1 and I2. So after solving, you will get the answers. I1 will be 7 by 3 ampere and I2 will be minus 13 by 3 ampere. So I1 is 7 by 3 ampere, I2 is minus 13 by 3 ampere. So let's try to solve this equation, this question. Thank you.